What's up, guys? Behringer here. Welcome to the Cons of Tarkir main event. Magic the Gathering unboxing. We're gonna open the booster box. Hell yes. I'm very fortunate, fortunate enough to be able to open the entire box of these boosters, so that's awesome. And as always, make sure it's got the Wizards shrink wrap on it. Even then, it can still be fake, can still be sorted and all that, but you got a lot less chance of that happening. Hell yeah. Get rid of this spam. This boosters, all that. Heck yeah. Open all these, baby. Me and you, Garrick. Gonna open all these bad boys. Jump right into it. First pack. We've got our spam, we've got our planes, and we've got our rare is Master of Pearls. It's 2 mana, human monk with morph. When Master of Pearls is turned face up, creatures you control get +2/+2 until the end of the turn. That's pretty badass. Cons of Tarkir is a good set. I like it a lot. Really good intro decks. Really pushing the 3-color theme, which I like. My main deck is, for modern anyways, is a 3-color deck. So cards from cons are gonna make that deck a lot stronger than mine. It's got a lot of interesting mechanics going on with Outlast and Prowess and Ferocity and Morph and all that. Our rare for this one is Mardu Ascendancy. Whenever a non-token creature you control attacks, put a 1/1 red goblin creature token onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. You can also sacrifice this card to give all your creatures +0/+3 until the end of the turn. That's a badass picture, also. But yeah, awesome set. Like I've been saying, even the uncommons are awesome. Normally I don't even bother, like on my videos and stuff. Don't even normally bother showing uncommons, but the uncommons in this set made me really want to show them. Caught myself showing them in a lot of videos. Between, the tri-colored wedge lands to all kinds of the charms, all kinds of stuff. Our rare for this one is 1,000 Winds. 6 mana, 5/6 flyer with morph. When 1,000 Winds is turned face up, return all other tapped creatures to their owner's hands. That's awesome. And morph is probably my favorite mechanic in Magic. It adds a kind of a whole other layer of strategy, kind of a pokerish kind of layer of strategy where it's like, he's got his face down, morph card. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it's capable of. Is he bluffing? Could be a really crappy morph card. I mean, who knows, And for this pack, we've got, awesome, we've got a Mythic. Empty the Pits. You can pay XX and 4 mana. It's an instant with Delve. Yet another mechanic that Cons has. It's kind of like Convoke, only instead of paying with your summon creatures, you're paying with by exiling cards from your graveyard. And you can put X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield tapped. That's a pretty sweet thing going on there. I know a lot of people are superstitious about which order you open these. Open one row at a time. It's got to be a certain row and yada yada. But I just I just grab whatever, and I just know that Garrick will make sure I get awesome cards like this Abzan Falconeer foil. 3 mana, 2/3 with Outlast, and each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. This card's badass. Once again, this is an example of a badass uncommon card. So, and our rare is going to be Sage of the Inward Eye. It's 5 mana. If my camera will focus. The lighting's really weird today outside. It keeps getting brighter and darker outside. I don't know what the hell. But it's a 3/4 flyer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control gain lifelink until the end of the turn. Not too shabby. And I saw a foil, and it's a foil rare. Hell yeah. Tremor Ascendancy, 3 mana, enchantment. Creatures you control have haste. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. This is actually, if you're going to play a green, blue, red deck, pretty sure you're going to want at least 2 of these in that deck. Because that is fucking badass. And our rare. It looks pretty damn awesome, actually. Keru Lichlord. 6 mana, zombie wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 3. If you do, return a creature card at random from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains flying, trample, and haste. Exile that card at the beginning of your next end step. If it would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. I guess if it dies. It's pretty good. Not too shabby. We got a goblin token. We got a mountain. And our rare is Abzan Ascendancy. It's white, black, green. Enchantment. When Abzan Ascendancy enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 white spirit creature with flying onto the battlefield. So once again, if you're going to play a white, black, green deck, you probably want 2 of these. These enchantments are badass. At least 1. Come on. At least 1. Really powerful decks you can build with cons. We got some spam. We got a plains in our rare. High Sentinels of Arishan. It's 4 mana. There we go. Sorry for the camera today, guys. Bear with me. 4 mana, 3/4 flyer. High Sentinel of Arishan gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I mean, this is yet another card that I would strongly consider putting in my main deck that I have for my modern deck. But at the very least, it's going to be a sideboard. Rare for this pack is Altar of the Brood. 1 mana artifact. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard. That could be very annoying. I think that card alone is going to make me bring some artifact removal. At least in my sideboard. Unless your deck, you know, is one of those that works off of graveyards and exiling cards and all that, then, I mean, who cares? But, and awesome. Speaking of artifact removal, got a foil naturalize. Looks like there's new artwork. 2 mana instant, destroy a target artifact or enchantment. Hell yeah. And our rare, Herald of Anapheza. Wait. 1 mana for a 1/2 with Outlast. Whenever you activate Herald of Anapheza's Outlast ability, put a 1/1 white warrior creature token onto the battlefield. This card, dear God, is insanely good if you're going to try and build like a white-green token spammy deck with Outlast in it. This card's insanely good, actually. I don't know, but it seems like this set has a lot less quarter rares than most. And hell yes, here's a mythic. 7 mana, Pearl Lake Ancient. 6/7 with flash. That means you can play this card anytime you can play an instant. And in the true tradition of being blue, Pearl Lake Ancient can't be countered. It has prowess. And return 3 lands you control to their owner's hand. Return Pearl Lake Ascendant to its owner's hand, so then you can recall it. Why you want to do that, I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure there's a deck you could build around it. Typical, you know, no Magic the Gathering set would be complete without an I win button for blue. And ironically, why is it always gotta be a fucking Leviathan? Dear God, there was N15 had a Leviathan card too that was an I win button. I'll tell you what. Another blue rare, 8 mana to cast, dig through time. It's an instant with Delve. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. All right. Next pack here. Morph Emblem, Swamp. And our rare. Once again, another card that I would very seriously contemplate putting in my red, white, black modern deck. Crackling Doom, it's an instant, deals 2 damage to each opponent, and also each opponent has to sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice their best creature, basically, with the greatest power. Yeah. It's gonna be a sideboard card at the very least. So many good cards in this set. Got some spam, got a mountain, and our rare is Butcher of the Horde. Red, white, black. Pretty cool art. It's a demon creature, 5/4 flyer. Sacrifice another creature, Butcher the Horde, gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Haste until the end of the turn. That's pretty awesome. Moving on, we got a Goblin token, we got a Swamp, and our rare is Rakshash something, Death Dealer. It's black green cat demon, 2/2. You can pay 2 and it gets +2/+2, or you can pay 2 to regenerate it. Cat demon. Quite a few cat cards in this expansion also, I've noticed. We got some spam, we got a plains, and that same name I can't pronounce, Rakash, whatever, Vizier. Another cat demon. It's a 4/4 for 5. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your graveyard, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on Rakshasha Vizier. And that's one of the clans in cons, but oh, cancel right on top. Fuck you, blue. And our rare is Hardened Scales. The card, I still have no fucking idea what it does. 1 mana enchantment. If one or more +1/+1 counters will be placed on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are placed on it instead. Yeah. Call me retarded, but that makes no fucking sense to me. It's pretty bad when you have to Google what exactly the card does. And I saw a foil, so that's awesome. And it's going to be a foil Blossoming Sands. Hell yeah, I'll take that. It's a common card. Blossoming Sands enters the battlefield tap. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life, and you can add a green or white to your mana pool. Hell yes. And our rare is Flooded Strand. It's a fetch land, pay 1 life, sacrifice Flooded Strand, search your library for a plains or island card, and put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. Cool. And it looks to me like they're trying to, with this expansion, do everything they can to make 3 color decks viable by having the wedge lands and the new fetch lands and such, but I'm not even sure if you even need the fetch lands, to be honest, now that we have the wedge lands, but we'll see. Only way to know is, dear God. Here we go with Wrath of God. 5 mana sorcery. Destroy all creatures and all permanents attached to creatures. It's a new Wrath, hell yeah. But anyways, with the wedge lands, I'm not sure if you really need fetch lands anymore. But only practice, only playing games are gonna be able to tell that one. Spirit Warrior token. Swamp. Oh, hell yeah. Mythic Planeswalker. Sorin, Solemn Visitor. 4 mana Planeswalker, +1 loyalty. Until your next turn, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain lifelink. -2 loyalty. Put a 2/2 black vampire creature token with flying onto the battlefield. And its ultimate for 6 loyalty is you get an emblem with, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. Pretty badass. Love pulling Planeswalkers. And that's actually the second one of those I pulled out of this set. I pulled one of those out of an intro deck booster pack, believe it or not. So that's badass. Warrior token, mountain, and wooded foothills, another fetch land. It's a red-green. Pay 1 life, sacrifice wooded foothills, search your library for a mountain or forest card, and put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Pretty cool. Morph token. I've seen a ton of morph tokens. Hell yeah. Here's a foil. 2 mana, Gurmag, Swiftwing. Bat creature, 1/2, flying, first strike, and haste. Too bad at all. Once again, Cons has badass uncommons. And a mythic. Can't really ask for a better pack than a mythic and a foil. Except maybe a mythic foil. Eugen's Nexus, 5 mana, legendary artifact. If a player would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. If Eugen's Nexus would be put into a graveyard from the battlefield, instead exile it and take an extra turn after this one. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that mythic. It seems way too niche to be good. It's like you'd use that card if you were fighting an opponent that had a deck built around taking extra turns, but I don't know. You don't see too many of those. Not enough to even sideboard that. But we did get another foil, hell yes, Embodiment of Spring, 1 mana, creature elemental. 0/3, but you can pay 2 to sacrifice Embodiment of Spring, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Kind of a 0/3 for 1 mana is a really good blocker actually, and then also if you get in a pinch, it can double as a fetch land. That's actually badass. More OP shit going, and that's common. More OP shit going to the blue side. And our rare is Necropolis Fiend, 9 mana, 4/5 with Delve and Flying, and you can pay X to exile X cards from your graveyard. Target creature gets -X/-X until the end of the turn. Hell yeah. So for this pack, we got a warrior token, we got a plains, and a rare Retribution of the Ancients. 1 mana, enchantment. Pay 1 to remove X+1/+1 counters from among creatures you control. Target creature gets -X/-X until the end of the turn. That's once again, I gotta show this. This is just, these uncommons are badass. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, it's a land. You can tap for 1, or you can pay 2. You gain 1 life for each colorless creature you control. Really good uncommons in this set. Yeah, that Retribution of Ancients card, it's actually a lot better than it looks. Keep in mind, you can use that to actually kill creatures. If it's like a 2/2 and you put 2 -2/2, or put 2 -1/1 tokens on it, it's dead. And hell yeah, here's a mythic. Narset Enlightened Master, you're gonna pay 6 for 3/2 with first strike and hexproof. Whenever Narset Enlightened Master attacks, exile the top 4 cards of your library Until the end of turn, you may cast non-creature cards exiled with Narset this turn without paying their mana cost. This is really fucking good. Dear God. Really good mythic. First time I pulled that one. Is this tea hotter than hell still? Oh yeah. That's hotter than shit. I'd love to pull the other Planeswalker of this set. Our rare here is Dragon Style Twins. 5 mana, double strike, 3/3 with prowess. Pretty damn good. And I'm actually going to look real quick in my handy dandy guide here that I got with the fat pack. I believe there's 2 Planeswalkers in this set, but I'm actually going to double check because I'm not sure. That's why I like this guide. There's Sorin. We got him. Could have sworn there was another one. Oh yeah. Sarkhan. That's who it is. So there is 2. Yeah, Sorin and Sarkhan. So I'd love to open the other one, Sarkhan. Can you make that happen for me, Garrick? I'd appreciate it. Got our spam, we got our swamp, and our rare is Grim Horospex. 3 mana, 3/2, has morph. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, draw a card. Hell yeah. Got a 3/4 bird token. That's pretty cool. We got a plains. And our rare, Mantis Rider, blue, red, white. 3/3, flying, vigilance, haste, human monk. And this is actually a really good card. You can pay 3 for 3/3 with flying, vigilance, and haste. There's a lot of cards that look like shit. Another morph token. And our rare is Abzan Ascendancy. We've already opened this one, but badass card. Hell yeah. Got some spam, we got a forest, and mind swipe. Opened quite a few of these. I don't think we've opened one in this video though. It's an instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. Mind swipe deals X damage to that spell's controller. It's interesting. Spam Island, and a rare is Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Pretty badass. 4 mana, legendary artifact. Equipped creature has defender, and if you pay 2 and tap, other creatures you control gain trample and get +X until the end of turn, where X is this creature's power. And it's got a 3 equip cost. It's pretty sweet. Warrior token, swamp, and a rare. This is Ghostfire Blade. 1 mana artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. It's got a 3 equip cost. Ghostfire Blades. Equip ability costs 2 less to activate if target creature is colorless. So if you put it on another artifact creature. Then it is only cost 1 to equip. It's pretty cool. Oh hell yeah, we got a foil. Dismal Backwater. So land. Dismal Backwater enters the battlefield tapped. When Dismal Backwater enters the battlefield, gain 1 life. And you can tap it to add a blue or a black to your mana pool. Hell yeah. And our rare is Savage Knuckleblade. Green, blue, red, Ogre Warrior. You can pay 3. Savage Knuckleblade gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. You can pay 3 to return it to its owner's hand, or you can pay 1 to give it haste until the end of the turn. So this is just like some next level shit happening on this card. Keep playing him, keep recalling him, keep fucking doing whatever. Got haste, so who cares? You got the mana to spare. You can protect it from different things that way. Another morph token, and hell yeah. Mythic Hydra. No set would be complete without an OP Hydra. X+2. Hooded Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. When Hooded Hydra dies, put a 1/1 green snake creature token onto the battlefield for each +1/+1 counter on it. It has morph. As Hooded Hydra is turned face up, put 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Dear God. I said before, I don't have a Hydra deck. I've always wanted to make one, but I don't know how I'd even go about it, because I mean, it seems to me that every Hydra card is good. I wouldn't even know how to go about picking which ones I'd want in my deck. And our rare is Icy Blast. X+1, tap X target creature, and it has Ferocious. If you control a creature with power of 4 or greater, those creatures don't untap. Drain their controllers and next untap. So and seems like it's flown by. We are down to our last pack. This baby's empty. So this had that. If this has a Planeswalker in it, that would be pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Let's see here, and it does not, but it has a rare Tremor Ascendancy. Creatures you control have haste. Whenever a creature with power of 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. Hell yeah. Awesome stuff in there. That's going to wrap up our Cons of Tarkir booster box opening. It's empty. Awesome stuff in here. Thank you for watching. See you next time.